Okay, so we've been doing prisms, and it seems like most of you are doing pretty well with those. So the basic formula for volume of a prism is the area of the base, whatever shape it is, times the height, okay? And the reason why it is like that is because, remember, you're finding how many cubes are in a figure, okay? So this is really hard for me to show you, but I have what I made a prism for you out of cubes, so you can see how many cubes it is, right? Okay, so I'm gonna attempt to hold this up so you can see the base of it, okay? So here's the base, okay? So if it's area of the base times the height, what's the area of the base? 4, right? 2 by 2, 4, times the height. What's the height of this? 3, right? Area of the base, 4, times the height, which comes out to be 4 times 3, 12, right? Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 cubes, okay? So it's literally each layer has whatever number of cubes are in the base, 4, there's 4 in each layer. That's why you take it times the height. It's the number of cubes in one layer times how many layers there are, okay? So I was trying to think of a way that I could show you how cylinders work. And I used to be able to buy like these chunks of cheese that came like in these cylinder chunks. I don't know if they still have them, and I haven't been to the store. So I was trying to find something. I looked around. I thought, man, if I had like a can of, what is that, cranberry sauce like you get at Thanksgiving? I don't have anything like that. I'm trying to think, what can I use? What can I use? Okay, so I came up with this. What I have is an onion that I tried to make into a cylinder as best I could. I made it flat, okay, to show you. So you really can find the volume of a cylinder the exact same way. Exact same way, the area of the base times the height. Area of the base times the height, except the base, it's not a square, it's not a rectangle, it's not a trapezoid. What is it? It's a circle, right? Okay, so I'm gonna show you. I don't know if this is gonna work. This might be a real big bust, but I'm gonna give it a shot, okay? So I'm gonna cut it like there are, yeah, it's not gonna work, but I'm gonna pretend it's working. Okay, so I'm gonna make, so this would be the base, and if I could cut it up, that's one base, right? That's 1 unit of height, okay? And if I could figure out how many cubes was in one height, I made another. I'm gonna make 2 more out of this part. Nah, it's not gonna work. It was a great idea though, wasn't it? At least I had some onions for supper. So you should have the same number of cubes in each layer. Okay, and all you need to know is the number of cubes in one layer times how many layers there are. Area of the base times the height. So the base formula for a cylinder, the nice thing about cylinders is the bases are all the same. They're all circles, right? How do you find the area of a circle? What's the formula? Did you just say pi r squared? Because you're right, pi r squared, okay? So pi times the radius squared. And the radius squared means radius times radius, right? Pi r squared, that's the cubes in one layer times the height, which is going to be the distance between the bases, right? The only thing tricky about these is sometimes they give you the diameter. If you have the diameter, you have to take half of it first to get the radius, okay? You make sure you use the number you need, not the number they give you. If they don't give you the right number, you figure out what the radius is and use pi r squared times the height. Area of the base, pi r squared times the height. That's the formula. I showed you in that video when we were on the farm, there's tons of cylinders at the farm. There's grain bins, there's fuel tanks, there's the big slurry store where they store all the liquid manure. We're gonna figure out the volume of that. Okay, and then the other thing I'm gonna have you do, I need a sheet of paper. I don't know if I have one here. Okay, the other thing I'm gonna have you do is figure out, if you have a piece of paper, I'm assuming you can find a piece of paper at your house, an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, okay? A piece of paper, and what I wanna know is if you were to make a cylinder out of it this way, okay? Is that gonna be more volume or less volume than if you make a cylinder out of it this way? More volume or less volume, okay? So you can tape it, fill it with cereal, fill it with, I don't care how you figure it out, but which way has more volume? When it's this way made into a cylinder, or when it's this way made into a cylinder, okay? However you can figure it out, I don't care. Show me how you can figure it out. Make a video of you figuring it out, or take some pictures of you figuring it out, but tell me which way is bigger volume, this way or this way, okay? Good luck.